Guys, what it is yo girl Cadillac. I am Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before it all fades to black. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. Hey, today it is December the 10th. Vlogmas day number 10. It is also my Aunt Mary's, her birthday. I don't know, she up there. She up there somewhere. I can't tell you how old she is. Happy birthday to Auntie Mary. Yes. So later tonight we will be going to an event. It is Auntie Mary's birthday, and it is also, wait, that ain't today. Well, I'm all over the place. It's my cousin's engagement party tonight, which, girl, I didn't even have the day off. God has really been smiling down on me and basically helping me, because he knows that I am all over the place. He knows I'm out of whack. Sometimes I get to the point where there's just too many things happening that I don't even know what to pray. I just be like, just have mercy. Have mercy. That's it. I really don't even know what's the first thing to pray for. Or like sometimes when I have too many situations that have been left untouched, like it was things I was supposed to deal with and I hadn't gotten a chance to deal with, and they're like mounted up for me. Instead of just being, I will be overwhelmed. I won't know which way to go, which way to start. So I'll say a prayer like, Lord, please just don't let any of these situations be as bad as I thought they would turn out, So usually they don't turn out as bad as my first thought. And I also pray that they will be easier to take care of than I thought they would. Anyways, so by his engagement party being tonight, girl, I was supposed to have this picture done long time ago. Wasn't supposed to be last minute, but I guess we are working on a record for last minute. It is, his event starts at like 7. It is 11:30 now. So I'm hoping my hands are like going to bed like lately, and I don't even know why they're so tight. Like I have carpal tunnel, but the thing is I would feel it mostly when I'm doing something, but now I'm feeling it now. My hands are not in motion, but I'm feeling the achy and the numbness and stuff. But I know when I first wake up, my hands feel their worst. It takes a while before the blood flows back to my hands and I can use my hands freely. But right now, that's why I keep switching hands holding this phone, because they are going to bed. So when I go to gripping the paintbrush, that's when I'm going to feel that numbness and stuff. So hopefully, I'm going to pray and y'all pray that I'm able to finish his picture on time, because I hate when I don't meet a deadline. That's just like my homeboy T-Rex. Remember that maybe a month ago? I think exactly a month ago, because his event was on the 11th, and he wanted me to take his album cover and do something different to it. So I didn't want to, but I almost waited to the last minute. I ended up drawing some background pictures and photoshopping it together. He absolutely loved it, and I was able to get it to him before his deadline. Which I don't like working like that under pressure, because when you do work under pressure, everybody's gonna call you. Everybody's gonna need something. It's gonna be too much going on and you can't focus. So I said, let me go ahead and get today's video out the way while it's uploading on my slow Wi-Fi at home. While it's uploading on that, I could be working on this picture as long as my hands allow me to. Girl, they going to bed. See, this is also another reason why I just want to be a creative, because the same hands, these same broke hands that paint all these magnificent paintings are the same broke hands that all day are carrying trays to the table, that are all day cutting sandwiches in half. Oh, girl, that be having my hand going to bed for real. The same hands that are bussing tables and sweeping. Oh my gosh, these little brooms that they give us to sweep with, that show be having my hand like hurting. So when I use the strength in my hands to do those everyday tedious tasks, that is taking away from my hands being able to paint these magnificent paintings and stuff like that. Like, I only have so much strength. I don't even have full ability of my hands. I only have a portion of ability in my hands. But like I said, God is going to use that portion left. So whatever portion left I have is what he uses. I do have arthritis and nerve damage in my hands. So that's why I want to hurry up and just devote all of my time, most of my time, to art, to creating. Like, girl, that's the whole purpose, like, for real. And I want to do it before it's too freaking late. Like, I'm 40. My whole body going to bed. So if we don't soon start acting in that purpose, what time am I going to have to do it? It's not like I'm a 20-year-old spring chicken that has so much time in the future. Girl, no. It's time. It's time now. Every time I think about how I struggled through college, 5 years, your girl was 34 when she entered college. I was 39 when I exited college in the year of 2020. The worst year to graduate, but I timed it correct and graduated during the worst year. And at that time, everything was broken apart. People weren't looking for graphic designers, especially disabled 39-year-old graphic designers. So I ended up, instead of pursuing that, I got knocked off my course and went back to my theme park job. And now I feel stuck because, okay, let me tell you why I feel stuck. Most of my good energy, like I said, with my hands and then my body itself, I think I did way too much when I was younger. Like, so I feel like I wore myself out before time. I was doing everything and pushing myself to the limit, every limit that you could think of for decades, only to get older. And now I can't. If I want to stay up and do anything, I can't. Like, now I wanted to wake up early. I wanted to stay up and finish that picture. When I got home, I got off of work at, I think it was like 12. By the time I got home, it was 12:30. Back in the day, I could have stayed up to 3, 4 in the morning and finished that picture. And plus, my hands were already working, at that point, because I had all day the blood flowing to my hands. So they weren't numb like they are now. So I wanted to stay up and got home. Once I get in that car, all the sleepiness just falls over me. And I'm like, dang, I woke up this morning and it's 11 already. Well, it was 10 something, but I can't just jump out that bed. I got to lay there, meditate, ask the Lord to guide me through this day, because I'm tired of hitting roadblocks, girl. Like, I want to go the way that I'm supposed to go, like, for real. So by the time I get up, now it's 11. By the time I record this, it's going to be 11:30, and I needed to get up early if I wasn't going to stay up late. So said all that to say, my body can't do what it used to. Like, I can't. I mean, I be trying. I really do. I try to keep up with my old self, but I can't. And so it makes it really hard, because your job takes a huge percent of your time. So after your job, how do you find time to do your passion, to do your, I'm a graphic designer. I want to build my own graphic design business. But building my business, unless I'm going to pay somebody else to build it, I have to build it. Like, but when am I going to build it? When? Like, it's totally confusing. I don't know how to, like, you basically can't build your dream in somebody else's. It's either or. And until my dream pays me, I have to stay building someone else's dream. So it's crazy. And now here it is, almost 2 years went by. I graduated college, and I'm still, it irritates me because it feels like I went to college just to be a restaurant worker, which that's not at all what I went to college for. And basically, it looks like my college degree is going down the drain. All my hopes and dreams, they gone down the drain. Yes. Or my other song, her life's about a bitch and then you die. You work 2 jobs trying to make it, gotta survive. Her life's so bittersweet, it had you down on one knee, crying out, Lord, can you please tell me why? I used to think the limit was the sky. Now call me Chicken Little, since the sky is falling on my... Man, my heart been broken since I lost the love of my life. So many hopes and dreams been washed away in the tides of my life. Yes, so many hopes and dreams been washed away in the tides of my life. Girl, rewind back to my 20-year-old self that just knew that all things would work out, to my 41-year-old self that is looking back like, girl, what happened? What the heck happened? This ain't... Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? This was not the destination that I was thinking I was going to be at 41. So, yeah, that's what I go through daily. Like, I really want to just... Why isn't it easier? Gosh. And I don't need anything to be easy. I just need it to be doable. Why is it not doable? Like, for real. But anyways, my reality is I'm a restaurant worker that wants to be a creative. So the restaurant worker takes precedence over the creative me. But what is sad is, have you ever heard that saying that the richest place on earth is the graveyard? Girl, I don't want to take all these gifts and abilities with me to the grave. I really don't. But anyways, that's life, and that's how it is. Now, the biggest hope is that my daughter is able to get her footing in life and not go through what me or her father went through. Just be, just live to your fullest potential. In martial arts, we used to say, maximize my potential, maximize my potential, maximize my potential. Yes, girl, you want to live up to whatever potential you have. When you know your potential's up here and you're only reaching right here, girl, that feeling there. But when you live up to that potential and everything that you know you can do actually takes fruition, if that's a word, girl, I don't know, but it takes effect, then there's no better feeling, girl, no better feeling in this world. Anyways, on another note, I told y'all that Marcello called me. He was trying to surprise me and tell me that they reinstated our visitation. So they gave him a paper saying that I am able to visit him. It's bittersweet because I'm scared. I'm scared to go back. It's like I'm going into a lion's den, girl. But I got to put my brave face on if I want to see my man. But also, I get to see him, like, in person, not over a phone, not in a picture. Well, actually, he don't even give me... I can't get pictures of him. He tried to send a video gram, but it never went through. But he can get pictures of me. So I have not seen him in almost 2 years. The last time I seen him was during 2020 shutdown. If it wasn't 2020, it might have been early 2021. But I think it was 2020. Because they had just opened back up the prison visits, because in 2020 it all shut down. That's the first thing. When there is something huge going on in the world, the first thing is you lose communication with your loved one in prison. That's why I need him out of this world is too unstable for him to still be in prison and us to be out here. Like, our relationship is this fragile. They can break it like really, really quickly. and it can be gone. And I know those that say, well, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. And he shouldn't have did what he did. Girl, goodbye with all of that. Number one, he did not do the crime, but he's still doing the time. And he didn't do what they accused him of doing. It never even happened. Like, gosh, and I got proof that this ish didn't even happen. But the thing is, when something occurs, they have to close up all ends. And whether it's closed up loosely, whether it's closed up correctly, they don't care. They have to close up this case. And whatever they officers say, girl, just like with the prison and with real officers, whatever the officers say is like it's coming from the mouth of God. Like God said this. God! So nobody goes against what an officer says, whether the officer is doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing. They automatically side with them. So basically, we don't stand a fighting chance, and you just go down. You go down with the ship. That's just how it is. We give them way too much power. Way too much. It's way too much power given to them when they're human. And okay, if they were made to actually follow the rules, then it would be fine. But they don't follow. Girl, that this is going all the way that way. But they do what they want to do. They do what the heck they want to do. So, and they do it to who they want to. And it's most times to brown people like me. Girl, those are the ones that get the less justice in this world. The more melanin you have in your skin, it seems like the less justice you receive. And that's just what it is. Like, I mean, I can't sugarcoat it. That's how it is. And this is the world we live in. And this is the reality we live in. So because of that reality, me and my husband are separated by force, not choice. But I get to see him in real time. I have not touched his hand in over 2 years, I believe. So that last time that I seen him in 2020, well, the second to the last time, I drove way up there almost 7 hours, sleepy because I worked the night shift. But I was like, who cares? As long as I get up there to see him, I pull over on the side of the road on my way back and just be going to bed. Like, which that's dangerous, but you do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Just to get almost there and someone say, turn around because the quad is on quarantine. So I didn't see him that time. I was so bummed. I was crying. I was upset. But guess what? Life can always get worse. You know, when people tell you that, it does. It always can get worse because I thought there was no worse than that. And guess what? There was some worse. The next time I drove up there, they rushed me in. They didn't play over my time. They rushed me in. I didn't even know my visitation number, but don't worry about that. Go on in. I get there. I think something was even going off from the metal detector on my clothes. And they're like, no, just go on in. I ain't never seen these people rush nobody in. Just to go in. 5 minutes, they brought him right down. I got my one hug and my one kiss, and I was trying to tell him about the conviction integrity unit who could possibly help him. And I was so excited to tell him that. So he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm doing okay. At this time, they were still having us visit behind a plexiglass because of everything that happened in 2020. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm doing okay. In 5 minutes, I had a 5-minute visitation. I drove 7 hours for a 5-minute visitation for them to call my license plate, call me out, and say the dogs hit on my car. Like, where y'all even get the dogs from? That quick. Y'all rushed me in, and then y'all pulled the dogs straight out after that. Where the dogs at? Show me the dogs hitting on my car. All of that was bogus. It was all in retaliation. I do have a video that whenever I get a chance, I'll link it in the description box about how our visitations were canceled in the first place. Basically violating my civil rights. Like, girl, goodbye. You ain't got no rights. Like, you ain't want us. You ain't want us. You ain't got no rights, girl. And then laughed at me as I walked away crying. He was like, because... And this is crazy. They know that the only person that visits my husband is me, his wife, and our daughter. So the guard laughs and he's like, I don't know if you're here to visit your father or your husband, but your visits are terminated indefinitely. And it's all over the state of Florida. Smile. Like, are you for real? You take that much joy in breaking people apart. Like, you take that much joy in it. And it was because Marcello wrote a grievance on him, and this was his way to pay him back when I came to visitation. Because even if you sit back and look at the timeline, 20 years of visitation, no infractions, nothing happening, with all the stuff that not inmates, I almost say inmates, incarcerated citizens and their loved ones are doing, we never took part in none of that stuff. So to never get in trouble in 20 something years, number one, who freaking visits for 20 years? Not too many people. Not too many people. Nobody does. I'm about the only boo-boo the goddamn fool that does this. But that's because I see a bigger picture. I see what I want, and I'm going for what I want. My husband is a one of a kind man. I would never meet another one of him. So if he is here on this earth, I got to figure out how to see him. Just like it was this one, I can't remember. I don't remember the statement she was saying. Nicole Robin. I used to watch her back in 2020 or whatever. But basically, if they put our men on the moon, we would be like, girl, where are you going to get your spacesuit? We would be figuring out how to find us a spacesuit in the next shuttle that goes out that way. Like, good, can I ride with you? And that's just how it is. Like, I wouldn't do this for just any man. I'm doing this for the man that was created for me. But nobody visits for 20 years, number one. And then that long and do not have any infractions. Like, we're truly there to visit. That is how I raised my daughter with my husband, through visitations. She's been visiting since she was 9 months old. And now she's 21 years old. Like, this wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke. But it was funny to him. And he laughed at us. Laughed at me as I walked away crying, basically. Yeah. And I just knew with Marcello having 16 years, I can't get no traction on this case. I can't get it to, I got change petitions. I need to go check on my change petition. But also with change petitions, you have to actually market those things yourself. It's not that easy. It's just like anything else. If you don't have some type of algorithm or some type of, what do you call that? Like a following helping you with it, it doesn't work. Like, it's been very hard for me to gain a following. I've been trying to gain a following since MySpace, girl, and I still ain't got that following. But I am a person that never gives up. Never gives up. Yes. So, but it's not that easy without a following. You have to have a following. You have to have, you're not going to get changed by yourself. You're going to need a backing. You're going to need several people that believe in your story and actually help you with your story. Not just people that watch your story and just, oh, girl, whatever. Yeah. But actually help you. That's the only way that a change petition really is going to help. But yeah, so none of these things are really happening. So, worst case scenario, which is the most case scenario, he's got 16 more years. Like, and with 16 more years to not be able to visit means I may not see you in 16 years. But girl, so we're readying ourselves to see him. I gotta get this hair together, girl. He ain't seen me like this. He think I'm still beautiful, girl. Y'all, I be walking around looking like some type of sea creature, but when it's time to go see my mans, I get it together. That was the only hard part about when he was actually close and I was able to visit him all the time. He started seeing my true colors shining through, girl. I couldn't keep it together all like that, visiting every single week. But anyways, I gotta go. I gotta finish this picture. Hands still going to bed. I wish I could just pray for healing for my hands, my eyes, my whole body. Anyways, his See a Girl Cadillac.